conceived. Black Family Homeschool Educators and Scholars Teaching was conceived through a conversation between Dr. Cheryl Field Smith and Khadijah Ali Coleman. The two had come together to co-edit the forthcoming book titled Homeschooling Black Children in the United States, an examination of homeschooling in practice, theory, and popular culture. Wanting a virtual space to invite homeschooling parents and researchers together to fellowship, talk, and share stories, they planned the teach-in as an opportunity to share ideas. This teach-in is not a typical conference or workshop, but more of a space to affirm, understand, and discuss the practice of Black homeschooling. Dr. Cheryl Field Smith is co-founder of Black Family Homeschool Educators and Scholars. She is an associate professor in the Department of Educational Theory and Practice at the University of Georgia. She is the most prolific researcher focused on Black families who homeschool in the United States. She is author of numerous articles on homeschooling and author of Exploring Single Black Mothers' Resistance Through Homeschooling. Dr. Khadijah Ali Coleman is a homeschooling mother and co-founder of Black Family Homeschool Educators and Scholars. Her research includes study of African American homeschool students who are dual enrolled in community college, creative placemaking as a tool for community building, and high impact learning practices. Black Family Homeschool Educators and Scholars Teach-In is intended to provide space for homeschool educators and scholars to interact with each other directly and share the information that both groups have regarding the practices that best serve Black homeschooling families. There are numerous studies on the experiences of homeschooling families, but the literature is slowly growing where it pertains to Black homeschooling families in particular. We would like to become the space that Black families who homeschool can access to learn more about the practice of homeschooling Black children. Hello, everybody. Welcome back. My name is Khadijah Ali Coleman, and we are welcoming you again to our inaugural virtual teach-in. I have a wonderful guest today who is a homeschooling mother and has such wisdom to impart. I learned that she has been homeschooling for over 10 years now, and she's going to be answering one of our guiding questions that we have during this teach-in. But before we get to that, I would love for her to introduce herself as well as share a little bit about her homeschooling journey, something that she would like for us to know.
Hello, I'm Kizzy Staten Gray. I'm delighted to be here with you all today, and thank you so much, Khadijah, for inviting me to be here. I am a homeschooling mother of 5 children. Actually, I've graduated one graduated this year and the other 2 years ago. So I've been in this journey for 10 and a half years homeschooling, but I've been in the educational field for over 23 years. And so having worked in private schools, public schools, Montessori schools, and the like, I've had a long time relationship with education. And so I knew that when I homeschooled when I had children, I wanted to homeschool them. And so I've been doing it. I love the journey. It's been a wonderful experience. And it really is something that I think is a legacy and a heritage that we can pass on and have memories for generations to come.
Awesome. That's so great. You just named some of my favorite educational ideologies. I love Montessori. I grew up, my mother was a mathematician, but she was also a teacher. So I was familiar very early with the different learning practices or teaching practices. And so that leads me to the question then, as someone who's been an educator outside of homeschooling and who made the choice to homeschool all of your children, what truth needs to be shared about Black family homeschooling that you would like to share with us?
Well, that's a loaded question. I have so many answers for you on that. But one thing is that you can do it. I think we have to, as a people, needs to be empowered to know that we are definitely able to do it. We're the best person for the job. There's no one better. There's no one has a better vested interest in the success of your child than you. So first and foremost, that's the number one thing out of the gate. But the other thing is you can tailor make it the education, the curriculum, the educational experience tailor-made for your child. You know, each child has their own learning style, their own experience, and just they're wired differently. And so you can customize it to fit your child's needs according to their own individual interest in their own giftings and their skill set. And I think that's very important. And one of the things I found in homeschooling is that there aren't a lot of curriculum that has a strong Black history focus, and it's slighted in so many ways. And so what I have done is supplemented over the years to customize it to fit my family. So where there was weak representation of us as a people, then I definitely compensated with resources from local libraries or research we've done online, different things that we've done to definitely compensate what was needed to meet the need of my children so that they have a greater worldview, image of their culture, know who they are as a people, our contribution, the spirit of that Black excellence overall, and just to be able to foster that in our children is just priceless to me. And so I wanted to be able to do that and share that with others, that even if you don't see what you need in the curriculum that you're studying, definitely improvise, definitely compensate by using other resources, but don't just stop there. That's the beauty of homeschooling. You can take what is given to you and make it what you want it to be so that it is a blessing to you and your family.
Oh, wow. No truer words have been said. I think one of the greatest finds or knowings as a homeschooling mother is that there are so many resources out there, and many of them don't cost a thing. It's really just about being diligent to find them. You know, museums,
Yeah.
libraries have free resources where they've compiled for educators, and then as a home educator, you also can attend trainings. I know that the Smithsonian had a couple of years back when my daughter was in elementary school, I was able to sign up for teacher trainings from the Smithsonian museums because I was a homeschooling parent. So I think that your advice is just such wisdom, and I think it's very empowering to know that when you see a lack, that you have the capability of filling it as a
Yeah.
homeschooling parent. Thank you so much, Kizzy, for being here. And I hope that you join us on Friday, July 24th for our discussion. But you, as the listening audience, I want to thank you again for joining us. For more information about upcoming sessions for the remainder of the week, please visit us at blackfamilyhomeschool.org. Thanks for joining us.